because I know a couple years ago it's been going back and forth, and we all thought we had it, and then Coach Danielson yesterday said it differently than we all thought it was. Can you set the record straight one more time here?
It's pronounced Notarainni.
Okay, your head coach said it differently yesterday. should he know better, or any thoughts on that?
Whatever.
All right. So
Yeah, your first name, right?
I'm used to it, but I know some of my Italian family wouldn't be too happy about it.
okay. Because it looks like Notarainni, or I'm sure you've
Yeah.
heard all the.
Well, we did spell it wrong. We immigrated over however many generations back. So
Those of us saying Notarainni.
Notarainni.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
So I want to start. You had the green dot. So what was that like? Had you had much experience with it? What kind of conversation went on? How'd that go?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working in practice since fall camp, since we were able to get introduced to it. So I've had it during practices, and I've been getting used to it during practice. Just actually having it in game was a little different. It's just kind of just an honor to have that and have that trust and that responsibility from the coaches to be put on me. So it was really cool. It's definitely a little different. It sounds like walkie-talkie in there, so it can throw you off sometimes. I remember the first time in practice, they didn't tell me about it. This was way back in fall camp, and it just scared the living hell out of me.
What was the best thing that you think you got that got the team in line that maybe Coach Sheehan or whoever's on the other end said to you during the game? Any one play that really helped?
No, I don't think it's a one play. I think there's just a collective understanding on our defense and throughout the whole team that we're just going to chip away one series at a time, going down 14. It was a new defensive scheme, defensive package for very kind of just one-off offense in the country. So once we kind of got rolling, got real game speed of it, I think we really started to pick it up. Started trusting each other more and more, and just took it one series at a time.
You say kind of it's a little different in the game. Obviously, you're always going to be pretty focused on the task at hand, but how much more hyper-focused do you have to be when you have a voice in your ear telling you what you need to say and then need to communicate it?
Yeah, a lot of it is understanding the situations, talking to the guys in the back end, make sure they get everything that they need. It's not much of a distraction. I think it's more of a crutch almost, just to help really fully understand the situation that's going on right now, where we're at in the field, down and distance, stuff like that. And then I'm sure, as you guys know, it cuts off at 15 seconds. So especially with a team like that where they hold the ball for the entirety of the play clock, it was easy to get everything communicated, adjusted from chins.
Do you know exactly how many snaps on defense you were not on the field for in that last game?
No,
you don't know off
sure.
the top of your head.
No.
But it was a good chunk of it. Just kind of, take me through kind of getting ready for that and just, kind of have an expanded role even with, Andrew out now.
Yeah. Again, just kind of just prepping like that all year. Just prepping I'm getting those reps, I'm getting that kind of responsibility when it comes. I'm as ready and prepared for it as I can be. A lot of that is a testament to how the coaches kind of pushed me and prepped me. So it was a lot of fun. I'm here to play the game. I'm here to help the team as much as possible. So if that's what the coaches think is best, then I'm committed to that 100%.
What's that been like this year? And just when you found out it was going to be more dime stuff, maybe you weren't going to be out there as much. What was that kind of like, and how have you dealt with that this year?
Yeah, I think the biggest adjustment that I needed to make was getting into the rhythm. Getting out there, getting into the rhythm, staying warm, ideal communication, kind of just all that kind of stuff was an adjustment. And then, like we talked about earlier this year, is kind of pushing myself to take a special teams role, like we talked about. And pretty much just finding as many ways as I can to help the team get on the field.
Is that still frustrating though at all, just with what you did last year, probably thinking you're gonna have such a major role and be on the field the whole time, and find out, you're not gonna get to play as much, or you guys are gonna rotate or whatever. I mean, how was that tough to take at first at all, or?
I don't really took it in that way. I just think we as a team are winning. Our defense is playing well, our offense is playing well. I think it would be selfish and not really a great teammate of me to be all upset about that. I'm doing as much as I can to help the team, just like a lot of the guys that are, like what they're doing stepping on the field.
Was that exciting though, I guess? I mean, obviously you don't even want to go down, but finding out, yeah, you're going to have a massive role, the biggest one you've had all year in the middle of this defense, whether it be with just snap counts, the green dot, whatever. Was that a exciting feeling for you in that game?
I think every game I take it as a new role. Roles change all the time during season. I wouldn't say, like you said, never really celebrating a guy getting hurt. But kind of just staying level throughout the season, emotionally, mentally, physically, staying in that same spot. So whatever roles do come up, you're ready for and you're prepped for and ready to perform.
When you play a lot of plays in San Jose's team throws and throws and throws, is it more tiring to go against a passing team or a running team?
Well, a lot of what they were doing was RPOs. So regardless, they had me fitting in the run a lot. So I wasn't chasing down routes as much as maybe some of these other teams where they do just straight drop back. So I wasn't as tired. I think what helps with that is, like I said earlier, them holding the play clock. They wanted a lot of possession, control of the game, so they kind of waited until under that 10-second mark in the play clock to really get things going. That kind of gave me a chance to catch my breath.
Just with good defense and all the injuries, how tough is it week by week when you've got guys playing new positions and you're trying something different? How tough is that for a good group as a whole?
Yeah, I think just with this sport, I mean, offense, defense, and special teams, guys got to be ready to step into new roles. Guys can get hurt. No, you're all good. It's always that's the tough thing about football, and that's the beautiful thing about football is your opportunity is right there for you. Whether you prep for it or not, it will come at some point. So when guys go down, guys just have to be ready.
The guys behind you, Clay and Jake, what have you been seeing from them?
Yeah, I mean, they've been just performing, showing it on the tape for special teams. You know, Jake had a hell of a fall camp. We know what Jake can do, playing at stud, playing at Mike. That's why we have him learning both positions, because he's capable of doing that. And then Clay's still getting a lot of experience. He's proven to play well in special teams, like play hard. And then Chase as well is another guy that plays hard, performs in practice, and shows out on special teams. So, like I said, just going to need all the help we can get this year, just building that depth and keep pushing forward week to week.
When you look at Wyoming, what do you see out of their running back number 4, Harrison Whaley? I know he's been banged up, but has really kind of done well in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, we've talked about how he's been banged up. We've also talked about his last game, how he really performed, showed out. He's a talented back. We've seen a lot of talented backs. So making sure we target him low, don't lose any leverage, and kind of just gang tackle, take care of each other is probably the best way to kind of keep him in check, given all the talent that he has. So, yeah, I mean, it's just another test. We're excited, ready to get after it.
Do you enjoy kind of going into what should be a physical battle in Wyoming? Because, you know, with the wind, with the cold, teams might be running the ball a little bit more, and you might have to go hit some people.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm much of a linebacker if I wasn't excited for it. I think that's the world that I like to be in, is that run game, and get my body in there and just throwing it in there, you know.
You know, with the win, you guys can pretty much erase any question of whether you guys will make the championship game or not. I know the goal is not to make the championship game, but to win it. But is it a mark just to get there?
I don't think it's. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are you saying, like, are we satisfied if we get that?
I'm not saying are you satisfied, but is it something to say to an accomplishment just to get there?
No. I mean, we are, like, it's always something we're working towards. It's a standard of ours, but I mean, our standard is to win it, for sure. And then taking it week by week. Obviously, like, after this game, however it goes, like, we still got another week after that to play Oregon State. So making sure we're present, just staying in the moment week to week is going to be huge for our team.
Marco, in terms of like snap count and stuff, you weren't the only one. I mean, like, the way you guys kind of approached that game was almost like an NFL team, where not very many guys played on defense. It was like 13 basically that really contributed. So what's kind of like on the sideline there is you guys just kind of, everybody's playing a lot of snaps that's actually playing.
Yeah, sideline operation doesn't really change much. There are always guys huddled up around looking at the iPads. We're always like correcting each other, coaching each other up. We got the coaches talking to us, making adjustments and stuff like that. Like I said earlier, a lot of it was just keeping it series by series. We knew a lot of guys were playing new positions that game, so we went down 14. We knew once we caught rhythm, we would start chipping away at them, and that's exactly what we did.
I know that, sorry if you've been asked this, but just how much fun did you have being out there every snap, you know, wearing the green dot? And I know you kind of answered some of those, but just how much fun did you have playing football on Saturday night?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, everything you work for is just to be on that field as much as possible. Having that green dot is definitely an honor and a privilege to be given that responsibility from the coaches and that trust from the coaches. So, yeah, it was just a lot of fun. It's what we train all year for, getting that experience throughout the year and especially last Saturday.
Thanks, Marco.
Awesome. Thank you.